In this section, we'll import our composite photo we made in the last one, and then we'll begin sketching our outlines on a separate layer. Alright, let's get started then. At the gallery window, press the plus button in the bottom left corner to start a new drawing. We can import one of the composite photos we made in the last section by clicking on the Layer Editor tab in the top right corner, and then select the Import button, which happens to look like a flower and a plus symbol. From this new menu that pops up, select the Photo Gallery option, and then find your stock photo that you want to sketch on top of. Now we want to sketch on top of this photo, so we'll make a new layer by clicking the plus button. This small little circle at the bottom of our screen is also known as the clutch. Tap on it to bring open the Brush Properties puck and the Corner tools. This puck in the center of the screen is something that you can swipe left and right on to increase or decrease the size of your brush, and up and down to increase or decrease the opacity of your brush. I'll drag the puck then to the left to decrease our brush size so it's pretty small. 2.7 should do nicely. I'll then select black as the color for our outlines by clicking on the black color swatch on the right side of my screen. To navigate around on our canvas, we simply pinch to zoom in and out, and then drag both fingers to pan the camera left and right and up and down. I'll begin tracing the outlines of our figure now. I'll also do the eyes, the nose, basically any distinguishing feature. I'll even take this moment to create a hat for our main protagonist. I'll just do a quick one here, add a raccoon tail to it. Remember that this is going to be a relatively simple picture in the end, so we don't need to trace every detail. However, we do want to make sure that the lines are closed, because later we'll be using a paint bucket to fill in the areas. If there's an opening, it'll fill in the background. I'll just continue with the outlines then. We need to make it look like he is holding the rifle, so to do that, I'll make sure these fingers overlap the outline of the rifle. So notice that we have to modify our hand here so it looks like he's holding the rifle. I'll just add his thumb overlaying the rifle stock, and that way it'll look like he's holding it. However, we have to erase the outline where his thumb was, so I'll click on the clutch and then select the erase tool, and I'll tap on the screen to get back to our drawing. Then I'll erase the portions that need to be erased to make it so it looks like his hand is on top of the rifle. I'll use this button in the top right to fit my canvas to the screen so I can see my entire sketch. When doing these outlines, don't be afraid to make a couple of mistakes. For instance, I'll use the erase tool here just to clean up a couple of mistakes I made so I can continue the outline. And it looks fine. Now that we have a finished outline, we can hide the stock photo by opening the Layer Editor and then tapping the eye next to the stock photo layer. Now we get to add some additional details to our sketch, like a collar and a few more details to the character's attire. In the next video, we'll fill in our outlines now with some color using the Paint Fill tool, and then we'll do some touch-ups to make it look nice.